Friends, welcome to youtube.com oblique Dr. Ved channel. I am Dr. P.R. Patel, Professor and Head Veterinary Medicine. In this presentation, we'll see important metabolic disease, hypomagnesemia tetani, and this is part 5. In this part 5, we will study clinical pathology, postmortem finding, diagnosis, and the differential diagnosis of hypomagnesemic tetany. We will start with clinical pathology of hypomagnesemic tetany. In clinical cases of hypomagnesemic tetany, the serum magnesium level is decreased. Normal is 1.7 to 3 milligram percent. It is decreased to, in clinical cases, 0.3 to 0.7 milligram percent. That means clear cut hypomagnesemia. Generally, hypomagnesemia occurs concomitantly with hypocalcemia and it produces symptoms. Estimation of calcium magnesium ratio in bone. The normal is 70 is to 1. If calcium is more than less than 70, it is safe. If it is more than 70, this ratio, it is a problem. Ratio 90 is to 1 could be taken as a severe case. Continuation of clinical pathology. Serum creatinine phosphokinase, in short it is called as CPK. It is increased because there is muscle damage also. Continuous contraction, tremors, convulsions, spasticity causes muscle damage and there is increased CPK. SGOT is also increased marginally. This is also due to muscle damage. The CSF magnesium level in clinical cases it is decreased 1.25 milligram percent. In normal it is 2 milligram percent, just similar to the plasma level. And here important thing is that the sample of CSF can be collected up to 12 hours after the death for the diagnosis. We continue the clinical pathology. It is observed sometimes that clinically normal cows with hypomagnesemia is also observed, ranging from 0.4 milligram percent to 1.84 milligram percent. But there are no symptoms. So it is observed that hypomagnesemia must be accompanied by hypocalcemia to produce a symptom. So hypocalcemia is also equally important. Important thing is urine level of magnesium in clinical cases. In clinical cases, urine level of magnesium is low, that is less than 1 milligram per dm. Normal is 1 to 20 milligram per dm. And this is considered as a good presumptive diagnosis of hypomagnesemia. So urine level of magnesium in clinical cases is important for the diagnosis. We see here the post-mortem finding. Post-mortem finding is not characteristic and not diagnostic also. But the animals found dead due to hypomagnesemia observed extravasation of blood in subcutaneous area, in endocardium, in pleura, in peritoneum, and in the intestinal mucosa. But it is not a characteristic diagnostic feature. We see here diagnosis of hypomagnesemic tetany. History of diet deficient in magnesium, grass, wheat pasture, stress factors, starvation, and other history is important, but history is not the diagnostic or any clue from that. The clinical signs are important for the diagnosis. We have already seen characteristic clinical findings in coordination, hyperesthesia, and tetany. But this incoordination, hyperesthesia, and tetany also occurs in many diseases. We will see that disease in differential diagnosis. Laboratory estimation of magnesium level in blood, cerebrospinal fluid, and urine is also important. We have already seen their levels normal and abnormal in clinical pathology section. Another important part for diagnosis is response to treatment. If we give magnesium ion along with calcium ion, there is a prompt response to the treatment that may suggest that it may be a case of hypomagnesemia. So response to treatment is also a diagnosis. Friends, we discuss here differential diagnosis of hypomagnesemia tetany. There are so many diseases that show hyperesthesia, convulsions, tetany, just like hypomagnesemia. We will see one by one. But it is difficult to differentiate acute lead poisoning in that there is history of possibility of access of lead. Bovine pungiform encephalopathy, it is called as BSE, but it has a long clinical course. Rabies, in that rabies, additional symptom, ascending paralysis, and no tetany, that may be diagnostic. Nervous pharmacitosis, in this there is no tetany, but there is ketonemia and ketonuria. Tetanus, it has a prolonged duration and collapse of thyroid is observed, especially horses. We continue with differential diagnosis. Strychnine poisoning, in that retraction of eyeball is observed. Polioencephalomalacia, degeneration of central nervous system. Also, it has got a characteristic clinical signs. And Enterotoxemia is an endemic disease and it has a special clinico-pathological findings. A vitaminosis A, analysis of feed for the level of vitamin A, nitrate poisoning. In nitrate poisoning, no conversions are observed, but urine is coffee color. And still, there are many diseases, so the hyperesthesia, conversion, and tetany that can be diagnosed by proper laboratory examination of various samples from the body. Friends, we have seen clinical pathology, diagnosis, differential diagnosis, only important points are discussed, requested to share this information to our veterinary friends and to promote and support the channel, requested to subscribe the channel. Thank you very much for observing this video. Next time we'll come with more videos on various diseases of veterinary medicine importance. Thanks.